All right, since we already talked about an office manager, and admin assistants, we have to talk about hiring a sales team if you're interested in hiring a sales team. Now, of course, we've talked a little bit about recruiting and how to find these people. So I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about building out a sales team or hiring a sales team around trying to find good fits for your company on hiring a sales team. Now, guys, just like I told you before, if you struggle with sales and it's just something you're not strong with, I'm not going to tell you not to hire salesmen right away. If you can handle all the production and the office management side of the business and you want to bring in a salesman right away, go ahead and do it. I will tell you right when you're first starting, one of the best ways that you can hire a new salesman is recruiting someone who already works for a sales company in your market that you're doing work. Whether you're doing national work, local work, regional work, find someone who's already doing it and offer them a better deal. I know that sounds crazy and you might be like, well, who would offer that? Why would they come over to some new company? Guys, a lot of time you don't know what someone's situation is. You may have a rock star salesman in your area and maybe their salary is low or they're not getting compensated the right way. What I would do is offer them something they can't refuse. Maybe they're getting a 50-50 split, and we'll talk about the commissions and bonuses and stuff the way most people get salespeople. I would offer them something they can't refuse on trying to get a rock star in. Because a lot of times you get a rock star in right away and you get someone who knows the business. They're going to be self-starters. You're going to have to teach them anything. You're going to have to adapt them to the way you're going to do business. And you know what? They're probably going to be able to help you along the way a little bit unless you've got a really strong sales background or you came from sales and now you're starting your company now. So again, if you're new to this and you don't want to do the sales yourself, that's what I would recommend doing. It's just poach a rock star from some other company that's in your area or the area you want to work in. And give them an offer they can't refuse that you can afford. I would recommend probably at the first some type of split because you may not have money to pay them a salary. But try to see if you can offer them something you can't refuse. And if they turn you down, there might be somebody else that will. I would say just go after, it's kind of like going and picking up a really hot girl at the bar. The 10 might say no, the 9.8 might say no, but you still might walk out with an 8.9, which is better than hiring a 6, and you don't know how it's going to end out. That's just how it is. Go for the best and try to get them on board, and you never know. They might just say yes. They might not be happy in the situation they're in. Okay. But if you have a sales background, I'm not going to tell you how to do this because, guys, you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know how to build out a team. But I will tell you, when it comes to recruiting people, you're going to have to offer people things that's going to better their life. You're going to have to offer, especially if you're getting experienced salespeople to come in, you're going to have to find people that's going to also fit your system, what you're trying to do. Just because they're a great salesman in another company doesn't mean they're necessarily going to be a great salesman at your company. We've seen this time and time again where we've brought people in. I've got friends who own roofing companies that's brought people in, and maybe they were a rock star roofing company that had not the best integrity, or they were a rock star roofing company that cut corners a certain way, or they're a rock star that wanted to do this, or they only sold this type of product. Some people just are not going to mold themselves to your system, and you really need to go. I highly recommend when you're recruiting and hiring for a sales team, three interviews. It has to be 3 interviews, and at least 2 of them need to be in person, so you really get a feel for this person. Because sales is it's particularly if you're starting off doing residential sales, it is very personal. Okay, and also if you're starting off doing commercial, and a guy's had a lot of success in residential, a lot of times residential sales do not equal success in commercial sales. It's 2 completely different things. For instance, in residential sales, you're going to find a lot of guys who out there door knocking all the time. It's all about the hustle, and it's all about getting in front of as many people as possible and hitting the pavement. And that's good and great and all. It's great to have people like that and hard work ethics. But a lot of times, maybe on the commercial side, they may not be the best type. This is what we call commercial is business to business, and then residential is business to consumer. Okay, B2B, B2C. That's what it's called in the professional sales world, is business to business sales and business to consumer. Okay, doesn't mean again that they may not have success in commercial, but when it comes to commercial, it's a longer sales process. You have to shut up and listen a lot. You may have to take people out to dinners and take them out golfing, and you're not doing that on the residential side, but on the commercial side, you probably are, okay? So my point is that when it comes into recruiting a sales staff, I really strongly feel like your ability to give them the tools to succeed is going to play a huge part in this. And then also people that just fit your company culture on what they're trying to sell for you. That's where you really have to start on your sales team, okay? Because if, let's say you want to stay as far away from doing specialty roofs like slate and cedar shake and stuff like that because you don't have the money to buy those type of expensive supplies, or you don't have those type of subcontractors in your arsenal just yet, and you got a salesman who's like, well, I don't have the subs to do it, but I can sell that stuff, and he goes out and tries to sell a bunch of slate and cedar shake jobs that you can't do, he's going to be pissed off because you're not wanting to fulfill the order, or she's going to be pissed off because you can't fulfill the order, and they're going to want to leave because they just went and sold an $80,000 roof that you can't do, and you're pissed off at them because you've got other clients coming in who's got shingle roofs that you're trying to do, and they're, it just doesn't work. Same thing applies for if you're wanting to move more towards commercial like we did. Some of your salesmen may not want to go sell commercial because it's a longer sales process. Sometimes if they're getting paid commissions, it may take longer for them to get paid. They may just not like doing that type of work. A lot of times when you move into commercial, you're having to travel. All those things come into play. So again, vision for your company and company culture and the tools for them to succeed are going to play such a massive role in building out your sales team. So I can't stress that enough. 3 interviews, find the people that's going to fit you and what you're looking for. If you have any questions, guys, this is one that you can email me on when it comes to building out a sales team.